What is going on, everybody? Back on it. One Piece episode 421. We've gotten introduced to everybody but 3 so far. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. Brook, Sanji. No, we got Sanji. Is it just Brook and Zoro? Am I forgetting anybody? We got Usopp, we got Robin, we got Nami. We got Sanji, we got Chopper. Brook. We got Frankie. We're just waiting on Brook and Zoro, and then Luffy makes 9. Yeah, okay, so I think we're just waiting on 2. You guys confirmed to me that Nico Robin herself is also outside of the Grand Line. So Chopper and Robin they're out there. out there, and shit, Nami's up there. So that's all over the place. I'm very, very curious to see where the 2 of them end up, Brook and Zoro. I kind of made the comparison. I feel like everybody landed in a place that kind of fits with their personality a little bit. Either like clashes with their personality perfectly, or is like perfect for their personality. You got these like giant man-eating animals and dangerous plants and all this type of shit for Usopp, who's like the biggest coward of the group. That's the last thing he needs. Chopper's on an island run by animals that only he could probably communicate with, so that's great for him. Nami, they're over here doing some crazy research, and she's the navigator, and so that's great for her. Sanji loves women so much he's on an island with men dressed as women. So you get that going on. Frankie, all the cyborg scientist Vegapunk nonsense he's got going on, perfect for him as well. And then Robin, I feel like what's happening in the area she's in is like perfect for like how she kind of grew up. That kind of like matches well with her personality. Trying to liberate and go against the code, and so I think that's great for her. So I'm trying to see if, and I don't know if that's intended, the way that's kind of written for each character. So I'm curious to see if Zoro maybe goes to some place that's fucking I don't even know, Royal Rumble, get in while you fit in, just fight for your life. And maybe Brook goes to maybe like a music type ish place, something along those lines. I don't know. And then on this whole thing, like I said, I think at the start of every episode we're going to check up on the progress of how far Luffy and Miss Hancock have made it. But besides that, let's do it. I'm so very curious, because I don't think Boa's going to be like this forever, right? This kind of like deep love infatuation that she has with Luffy, like that's going to wear off. So when that wears off, like, does she still want to help us? Are we still going to be like friends? I wonder if Luffy ends up acknowledging it, like, hey, I'm not interested in women. My goal is the One Piece. And like when she does snap out of it, what does that mean for like our relationship as friends? Oh wow, he actually says he's full. Shh, yeah, don't mean. Bro, you trying to get your ass turned to stone too? Good God, he's done bad. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. Here we go. Just what I was saying. Just what I was saying. I think that's gonna be what they do, I guess, from now on. Is that Perona? And your negative shit? What's she got to do with anything? What the hell do you want, girl? Who's going to her? Zoro? What? How does that help us? Like, what's the purpose of her character showing up? Like, I'm so curious, like, what is the purpose that her character is going to serve for whichever one of our crewmates runs into her. Like, what does she provide us information-wise or plot-wise to the story? We'll see. We'll see if she serves a purpose. Who's that? Which one is it, Brook? I kind of want it to be Brook. Ah. Alright, so it's not her. She sent out the little, Yep. Little projection of herself. I hope it's Brook. I want it to be Brook. I don't want Zoro to run into her. I see her and Brook progressing a plot point more than her and Zoro. And they could talk about Thriller Bark together, and Moria, and Shadow. Oh, damn it, it's Zoro. Shit. Alright, well, maybe they'll make the storyline interesting. Here we go. She knows who that is, too, or she should. But also her ability works on us, though, so it's kind of fucked. Do I look dead? How do we deal with her ability? If it comes to that. Well, we'll see. Maybe they'll make the storyline interesting. Because of all the characters that I kind of lined up with, I felt like the area that they got sent to lines up with their personality type, or I don't know how this aligns with Zoro's personality type, but we'll see. How come she's choosing to care for us? Because she's that lonely? She'd rather be friends and talk to a straw hat than no one at all. We don't even know where we're at, by the way. Whatever she's on looks deserted and run down and ruined. Yeah, it didn't go too good there last time. Yeah, you know who she is. We know who that is. Mm-hmm. Alright, don't stretch the flashback too long. We know. We know. Give me my episode. Why did she backflip like that? We couldn't fight her at full strength. Unless we figure out a way to get out of it. Here we go. Actually, we've been so beat up and shit. Who even knows if anything can make us negative anymore? Never mind. It is. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. But clearly she cares, because why would she take care of us for multiple days in a row? Where are we? Are there literally 0 inhabitants? Like there's nobody else? Ah, she wants a servant. Where did she even get the material for this? Fair enough. I was trying to figure out why she cared. To keep us. This works, I guess. You hated him, by the way. Now she... Women. This is what I'm saying. Like, how do you stop this loop? How do you stop this? Oh God! Get back where? You don't even know where you're at. Did she not just tell you the exit's that way and he still walked the wrong way? Oh God, she said exit's that way. He said, oh, still walks the wrong way. Come on, girl. Help me help you. We'll both get out of here. Girl. Does she really not want to be alone that bad, or does she like him? TBD. Now you're alone again. Better go run after him. Hurry up. We also got some training to do. Zoro's been slapped around the last couple arcs. These giggle games are ridiculous. And her laugh doesn't make it any better. Oh, Lord. Because here's the thing, you see things like this, right? He did not transition that into his yawn. Oh, are we gonna get Brook the second half of the episode? You really ask yourself, like, how do you stop some of these abilities? Like, imagine some of the strongest characters in the show. Like, truly. I don't know who the guy that Luffy just fought recently in the manga that was, like, trending all over the place. I'm assuming that's probably, you know, the end all be all final big bad. But just think of the guys that we've seen. Garp, Shanks, Whitebeard, Blackbeard, Ace, some of the others. Boa with her crazy, you know, Conqueror Sakai. Can a simple devil's fruit like she has, it affects all of them just that easily? I'm talking the hot, like Okaji, Garp, Kizaru, Kuma. Her ability's just gonna hit like that, or what? Well, we saw her try to use it on Kuma and she wasn't able to actually get it on him. So maybe speed is a factor, but let's just say, just from a basic standpoint, that she does have the capability to actually hit these people. Is it that effective every time? Just, damn. It's pretty busted if it's able to. But you always see, like, the kind of the loopholes with, like, you saw Usopp's U-hole. loophole with it. You saw Luffy not affected by her stone shit. But it seems to be, like, it's very rare that you run into those things. Isn't it wild how Luffy's been able to, like, sidestep 2 busted abilities so far? Enru and Boa. Yeah, because some of these abilities are so simple, but maybe it's as simple as having Hakai can sidestep all Devil's Fruit? I don't know. Because I don't know if Rayleigh has a Devil's Fruit, but I'm assuming he has probably Conqueror Sakai or some level of Hakai. And he was able to damage Kizaru. The man was not turning into light passing through him or anything like that, you know? So I don't know. There's a lot of questions on, like, super effective Devil's Fruits when it comes to, like, okay, so is it that super effective on everyone? Is there a certain thing that can side? Because we did see Kuma dodge it and not get affected by it. So I'm assuming the names that I could probably listed off, the Whitebeard, the Shanks, the Kizarus, the Rayleighs, they probably wouldn't be as affected by it or affected by it at all. But what the reasoning behind that is, I don't know. Is it just a presence of Hakai can cancel that out? I don't know. This man really got summoned. Well, they got him glowing like that. Wow. And see, I feel like this lines up with the only one that doesn't make sense to me so far is Zoro's, how it kind of aligns with maybe his backstory or his personality. just this 2 seconds of this alone, I feel like lines up with Brook's character. He was alone for all those years on that ship. And now look at the amount of people he's surrounded by that are going to worship him. Man couldn't ask for more friends if he wanted to. Why is he glowing like he's dripping in Nen or some shit? There we go. Back to normal. And him being a skeleton doesn't make it the situation any better. Don't ask. Don't ask her what I know you're gonna ask her. Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare. He did it. He did it. Yeah. Back in the present. Yeah. Alright, so we've seen every crew member now. The only thing that I have interest in is Nami's storyline, Robin's storyline, Frankie's storyline, and I'm a little bit interested in Zoro's because that's an interesting pairing and I'm very curious what's going to come from it. Luffy's a dumbass, by the way. Dumbass. The worst, by the way. He's the worst. She said it. They all have mohawks. I don't care about your food. Correct. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I want to see the Garp conversation so bad. Ooh, wait. Okay, this is what I'm here for. Oh. We've only got like 90 seconds left. Oh, we've already dusted him. He's not that much of shit. I haven't seen these guys, though. Oh, is that? Okay. Where you been, buddy? Whoa. That's a big bitch. It's a giant. Whoa. Oh, wow. The Navy is assembling. I don't know 90% of these people, though, so. As far as, like, their power sets and ability and how strong they are. Some of them we've seen. Was that guy not part... Oh, shit. They're all here, they're all here, they're all here, they're all here. Moria looks like shit. Looks like shit. This is a shit show, by the way. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting my hopes up like I'm going to get anything out of this Ace interaction right here. The episode's just going to end again. Is Garp here? He is, he is, he is. Oh, I've been waiting like 4 episodes for this. We may get 30 seconds out of this. Had to turn the volume up. I don't know what Garp wants or how Garp feels about the whole situation in general. That's what I'm most curious about. Like, what is he... Does it matter what he thinks? I don't know. Clearly, Garp doesn't have the say to, like, release him or break him out or say, hey, you know. But I want to know his thoughts on the situation. Would he if he could? I don't know. I don't know. How did Ace even get in this situation, by the way? Was he hunting down Blackbeard? I forget how that went. They happened to be on that little rink-dink island at the same time. It's a great shot. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to get all them in a shot together. Wait, so are these all the Warlords? We're missing a couple. Hawks. Mihawk. Kuma. Moria. Blackbeard. Damn. Can't pause that quick enough, huh? This old reaction speed. Mihawk. Kuma. Moria. Blackbeard. Doflamingo. We waiting on oh my god, we're waiting on Boa Hancock. Mihawk, Kuma, Moria, Blackbeard, Doflamingo, Boa. And there were 7, so 1 seat's still vacant. No, they filled the vacant seat. What happened to Crocodile? Who's filled that spot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, the fishman who says he's not showing up for whatever reason. And so that's a whole another storyline we got to deal with. So I think a couple episodes ago, Goku, Son Goku, made the comment. I think his name is Junpei. He made the comment that, you know, he's never given the Marines trouble. He's not like the other warlords who like kind of does his own thing or can't be relied upon or whatever. You know, he's very like yes sir, no sir, will respond to task when it's put upon him, etc., etc. He seems very like by the book. Is happy to be a warlord. Was never even a pirate like some of these pieces of shit were or are, or was never a problem. So why all of a sudden now, and this is probably the most important thing that they need him for ever, is he choosing to disobey and not show up? Who knows? That's a whole another thing. Could be hundreds of episodes away. Yeah, I think the Brook thing connects with his storyline well, with his personality, backstory, all that. The Zoro and Perona, I feel like I've been able to ping every crewmate to like their location, and I feel like it somehow wraps into their storyline and character and personality and mannerisms and whatever. I am lost on the Zoro and Perona combination there. There doesn't seem to be anybody else even on the, I don't know if they're on an island. Clearly they're on an island. But the country location that they're at seems completely deserted. At least from human life. So what they plan to do there with that, I have absolutely no idea. I don't know if she's starting to like Zoro a little bit, or just likes him enough that she doesn't want to be alone. But what's going to come from the two of them together, I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. So TBD with that. The Brook stuff was interesting for 2 seconds. But yeah, like I said, I'm only interested in the Nami, the Frankie, the Robin, and now the Zoro one has me intrigued. The rest of them, just get through it. Get me through it. And we'll go from there. So we got a little bit, I've had this up the whole time. We had a little bit of a, there you go, now you guys can see the image. We've had a little bit of the, who do you think's the strongest at this table? Mihawk? I think Doflamingo is the only one we've never actually seen any of his abilities. Mihawk, I would say we've never seen any of his abilities either. We've just seen him actually use his sword. But we've like barely scratched the surface. Same thing with Kuma, and probably Blackbeard as well. I'm sure his abilities go a little bit deeper. But we've seen glimpses of them in just a little bit of action. Doflamingo, we've gotten absolutely nothing. He does have a little bit. That's a lie. It seems like he's got some type of Sasori. Oh god, maybe like Sasori, Illumi type Shalnark ability to where he can puppet or control others. That seems like that's going to be a bitch. I'm sure we're going to end up fighting him. I'm sure we're going to end up fighting everybody at this table. Moria probably not again. Probably not Mihawk. I don't see us really fighting Mihawk unless it's Zoro and Mihawk having a rematch. But as far as like I'm saying, like actually fight these people because there's an issue that we have to solve we have to get through them. We'll fight him. That seems like that's going to be a bitch of an ability to get through. Same thing with like the Enru, with like how do you get through this lightning? Luffy just happened to be lucky enough. Same thing with the Perona. It's like how the hell do you get through this? Usopp just happened to be lucky enough. I see his thing probably being super busted. Again, we haven't seen Devil's Fruits have any kind of like Nen or Chakra stipulations or, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen energy type shit where you've got like meet conditions or do this or do that to like activate it. Some of these Devil's Fruits are just like see you on sight. I don't know if he just has to see you to control you. If you have to respond to him, make eye contact, if he has to physically touch you, and then how do you break said control? So whenever we get to that, I don't even know the depths of it. We've just kind of seen him puppet people around. How many he can control at a time, how it wears off, how do you stop it? I have absolutely no idea. Same thing with Luffy. Remember way back when that girl, and you guys told me it's not a Devil's Fruit and it had nothing to do with hockey. Remember the girl when we were dealing with like Mr. 1 and Mr. 2 and Mr. 3 and all that shit? She had that ability to paint. And it was like she was fucking Luffy up. And I don't know what the abilities was with her paint brush. People were like, no, it's not Devil's Fruit, no, it's not hockey, and it never gets addressed or brought up again how she's able to do what she does. How Luffy was able to get out of that, I have absolutely no idea. So there's a lot of things where it's like, it's very head-scratching how people are able to escape or get out of this. Of course, Luffy's the main character, and he'll probably always come out of it somehow. But yeah, a lot of questions with that. And then we end off with what I've been waiting for 5 episodes for, which we got a little bit of. I still want a little bit more of it. I mean, Garp's 100% convinced. Doesn't matter if I break you out of here, if I kill you or whatever. Like, it's like a war with Whitebeard is starting. And now that I think about it, how the hell did Ace get himself in this situation? I know they ran into each other on that island, but was he hunting them down? I mean, this was hundreds of episodes ago, so I really don't remember. I don't know, was it hundreds of episodes ago? At least 100, I think. Was it? And we've gone through the entire Thriller Bark arc and sprinkled arcs in between since he's got roped up. So it might have been. But I'm very curious of like, I don't know if we'll get that out of Garp. One Piece sometimes decides to go that deep with like a little bit of emotion and story, and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know if they'll address it. But like I said, with Garp, you know, he's a pretty high standing Marine, but he's not the top. Nor is he close to the top, nor does he probably have that type of authority, but he's up there. But like, clearly the little prison that they're in right now, there's other guards there and things. If he just said, I'm taking this prisoner, maybe the lower lieutenants might let him go. If he said something, you know, like Goku wants him moved over here, or the Celestial Dragons want him moved over here, the lower ones would maybe let him do that. But I don't think he has the clearance to do that without consequence. But I'm curious, like, what his thought process is. Would he like to free Ace? Like, would he, essentially the question is, would he risk it all to free him, would be the question. He has the ability to. Of the people that are at the holding, the jail right now, I don't know who's there. So I might just be saying things, and then 2 episodes from now, we see that there's like one of ones where Ace is being held. It's like, oh, Garp couldn't even fuck with him if he wanted to. But just from the brief knowledge that I have of the given scenarios and surroundings, if Garp wanted to, I feel like he has the strength and ability and maybe a little bit of a pull to contact Whitebeard, or somebody that could make contact with Whitebeard, release Ace back into Whitebeard's custody. I think he could physically, with his power and ability, pull that off. Now, I don't know who else is at the prison. Maybe there's some serious heavy hitters there and he wouldn't be able to do it. But honestly, even if he wasn't able to do it, if he was even able to break Ace out, just the scuffle of having Ace on your side with whoever else might be there, I think the two of them could break Ace out to the point that he could get to just get going, give him a chance to get gone. So the question is, would he do that? Because I feel like he cares for Luffy and he cares for Ace. Does he care? Would he risk his life and go against Marine orders? This isn't just like this isn't some little shit where like he let Luffy go. This is big. Like he's saying like this is the biggest thing in the world right now. Judge is like, oh, Luffy escaped me. No, like you let, like this is big. Like I said a couple episodes ago, I feel like there's maybe only 10 other people in the world right now, pirate wise, that would be more important, or maybe even less than getting Ace in your cap, getting him in, custody. Whitebeard, Shanks, maybe the ones directly below them, maybe like Luffy's dad, but Ace is definitely in the top 10 of like, oh shit, if we capture him, the Navy's got a piece in their hands. So would Garp do it is the question. Would he risk his life and, Marine? I mean, they'd kill him. They'd kill him. If he released Ace, they would kill him. Would he do that though? I don't know. Because in the, and I don't like referring to it, in the live action, Garp seems to care and kind of wants them, they can make their own decisions, do what you want to do. They're grown. But then it's like push comes to shove to him. It's the same thing with Luffy. Luffy's like, no, Ace is fine. I don't need to help him. I'm sure he wouldn't want me helping him and he wouldn't help me. But then when Luffy heard that Ace was going to be executed, well, he dropped his friends. He dropped his dream. He dropped all that to go help him. Same thing here. Garp is like, if they're pirates and they get wanted and they get in trouble, that's on them. They're boys out there. They're pirates. They're grown. But what if in this situation they're being put on trial for, they're not even trial, they're going to execute him? Would Garp say, okay, this is where I draw the line, I will step in and help? We'll see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,